one more minute. One more minute.
One more minute. Okay, you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, we are now live streaming from Queens, New York, and various other little boroughs to present to you our version of the Seagull in 2021. This was inspired by a class that we had where Xavon Ross, who's starring as Konstantin this evening, and Paul Page were doing a scene from the Seagull, and we thought it was a bit bland, and so they decided to throw a Jamaican accent on, and we realized that that was the play that it was always meant to be. And so we promised each other that at some point we would do this version of the play. And so here we are, stretching ourselves and having a great time doing character work and making this play as funny and as light and as insightful as we possibly can. And we're trying to bring a little bit of what's happening in our current affairs to the screen and work on it deeply in ourselves, and hopefully to inform and enlighten ourselves and maybe everyone else along the way. Here we go. The Seagull. I would like to present to you the cast. First of all, we have, in no particular order, playing Anders Dorn, Joseph Abrams. Take a wave when I say your name. Ilya Mueller, Eberhard Klau, Konstantin Brown Smith, Xavon Ross, Masha Mueller, Tara Burgh, Boris Laurent, Kelvin Grullon, Irina Brown Smith, Chung, Nina Spencer, Hannah Harding, Peter Brown Smith, Jose Gutierrez, Polina Mueller, Sheila Kelly, Simon Medvedenko, Brandon Shane Richards, and Yakov Keith Adams. And now the cast will go backstage. Act 1, Scene 1. A grassy park across from Irina's country home. A broad path leading to a lake with a stage hurriedly thrown up for an amateur performance. So the lake is not completely visible. To the left and right of the stage are shrubs, a few chairs, a little table. The sun has just set. On the stage behind the lowered curtain are Yakov and other workers. A cough and a tapping are heard. Masha and Simon enter, wait, and watch.
Why are you always in black?
I'm in mourning for my life. I'm unhappy.
Why? I don't understand. You're healthy. Your father does well enough. Life is a lot harder for me than it is for you. I make a total of $1,100 a month, not counting all the deductions, and I don't wear black.
It's not about money. Even a poor man can be happy.
Sure, yeah, that's the theory. But here's how it really works. It's my mother, my two sisters, and my little brother, and me. All on $1,100 a month. And don't we need to eat and drink? Don't we need tea and sugar and milk? And Coffee? I mean, there's no getting away from it.
It's about to start.
Yes. The play is written by Konstantin Brown-Smith, and Nina Spencer will be acting. They are in love, and today their souls will merge in their desire to create a single artistic vision. But my soul and yours don't meet anywhere. I love you. I cannot sit still at home because I'm so upset. And every day I walk 6 miles here and 6 miles back, and I'm met with nothing but indifference from you. I understand it. I have nothing to offer. My family is huge. I mean, who would want to marry such a person?
Stop it. I'm touched by your love, but I can't return it. That's all. You want some?
No thanks.
It's stifling. It's gonna be a storm tonight. You know, all you ever talk about is money. According to you, there's nothing worse than being poor, but in my opinion, it's 1,000 times better to be a poor beggar than... Oh, you wouldn't understand.
One is not oneself here in the country, my dear. And that is understandable. But I will never get used to it here. Yesterday, I went to sleep at 10, and I woke up at 9 this morning feeling like my brain was stuck in my skull. So strange. And after lunch, I fell asleep again. And now I am completely rasped. It's like I'm constantly living in a nightmare. I swear to God.
You really should live in the city. Ladies and gentlemen, we will let you know when we're starting, but right now you're not allowed to be here. Leave, please.
Maryana Mueller, be as so kind as to ask your papa to chain the dog. Otherwise, it will start howling all night. My sister didn't sleep again last night.
Talk to him yourself. I won't do it. Leave me alone, please. Let's go.
Don't forget to tell us when it's starting.
I can hear it now. The dog will howl all night. In truth, I never had to live this way. I had never wanted to live in the country. We used to come here for months of vacation, to rest. So I go. But once we arrived here, it was so intolerable. We wanted to leave after the very first day. Leaving here was the worst, was the best part. Let me tell you, well, now that I'm retired, there is no other place to go. One keeps living whether one wants to or not.
Konstantin Brown-Smith, we are going for a little swim.
Fine, only be back and ready to go in 10 minutes. It will start soon.
Yeah, sound good, sound good.
Now, this is a theater, a curtain, downstage, upstage, and beyond that, total emptiness. No scenery of any kind. Scenery is the lake and the horizon. Curtain will go up at 8:30 sharp when the moon is rising.
Splendid.
If Nina doesn't get here soon, then of course the whole effect will be ruined. God, she's already late. Her father and stepmother staying guard over her, and getting away from them is like escaping from prison. Your hair and beard is such a mess. I think you need a haircut or something.
The tragedy of my life. When I was young, I always looked like a drunkard. I saw it, bro. Women never liked me. Why is my sister so depressed?
Why? She's bored. She's jealous. She hates me. Hates my play, hates the show, because her famous author might take a liking to Nina. She doesn't even know my play, but already she hates it.
You're making this up.
No, she's already upset that it will be Nina's triumph on this little stage and not hers. Quite a character, my mother. undoubtedly talented, intelligent. She'll collapse weeping over a book. She recites all of Nekrasov by heart, and she nurses the sick like an angel, but try to praise Deuce in front of her? Oh, no. You can only praise her. You have to rave about her, cry in a rapture over her astounding performance in La Dame Mar Camelias. But here in the country, she can't get any of that, so she's bored and edgy, and we are all her enemies. It's all our fault. And on top of that, she's superstitious, afraid of 3 candles, the number 13. She's a miser. She has 70,000 in a bank in Odessa. I know that for a fact. But ask her for a loan and she'll start to cry.
You're imagining that your mother won't like your play. And you're already worried. Seagull, calm down. Your mother adores you.
She loves me. She loves me not. Loves me. Loves me not. Loves me. Loves me not. See? My mother doesn't love me. It's so true. She wants to live, love, wear bright, beautiful clothes, but I'm 25 years old, and the continual reminder she's not young anymore. When I'm not around, she's only 32. When I am, she's 43, and for that, she hates me. She also knows that I do not accept her theater. She loves the theater, and she thinks she's dedicated to serving humanity to her sacred art. But in my opinion, contemporary theater is banal, meaningless tripe. When the curtain goes up and artificial lights suddenly go on in a room with 3 walls, these great talents, these priestesses of sacred art show us reality, how people eat, drink, make love, walk, sport their fashionable clothes. And from these vulgar, trivial scenes and dialogue, they mightily endeavor to extort a moral, an important moral, something useful for living one's life. But in 1,000 variations, they always bring me the same old moral, the same trite idea. And then I run and run like Maupassant ran from the Eiffel Tower, which crushed his brain with its vulgarity.
Where would we be without the theater?
What we need are new forms. We need new forms, and if we can't have them, then give us nothing. I love my mother. I love her very much, but she smokes, drinks, lives openly with that author of hers. Her name is always in the newspapers, and I can't stand it anymore. I know it's probably my ego speaking now, but I hate that she's a famous actress. And I think if she were just an ordinary woman, I would be much happier. Uncle, could the situation be worse? She's always surrounded by celebrities, artists, and writers, and I'm the only nobody in the room. And these celebrities only talk to me because I'm her son. Who am I? What am I? I was expelled from the university in my 3rd year under the most questionable of circumstances. Here I am with no talent whatsoever, not a kopeck to my name. And according to my passport, I am forever classified as an immigrant. My father, as you know, also never escaped being an immigrant, even though he was a successful actor. And on the rare occasion when all the celebrities, the artists, and writers in her living room condescend to turn their kind attention on me, I could feel them measuring my nothingness. I know what they are thinking, and I feel humiliated.
By the way, please tell me the gossip about this celebrated author of hers. He's hard to figure out. He's always so quiet.
Our celebrated author is actually intelligent, unpretentious, a little bit, melancholy. He's very decent, really. He's not even 40, but he's already a star, and he's as self-satisfied as a cat who swallowed the cream. These days, he drinks a lot of beer and makes love to old women. As for his writing, what's there to say? He's clever, talented, but after Tolstoy or Zola,
My
You don't
boy.
want to read Boris.
Ah, my boy, I love the literati. When I was young, I was passionately about two things. I wanted to marry, and I wanted to become an author. I didn't manage either one. Yes, it would have been lovely to be a minor author. I saw it go.
Shh, hold on, I hear somebody. Look, I can't live without that. Even the sound of our footsteps makes my heart tremble. Desperately happy. Enchantress, my dream.
Oh, I'm not late. Please tell me I'm not late.
Oh, no.
Oh, I've been roaring all day. I was afraid my father wouldn't let me go, but he just went out with my stepmother. Oh, the sky is red. The moon is starting to rise, and I rode like a madman to get here. Oh, I'm so excited.
We haven't been crying, have we? No.
You're right. I'm completely out of breath. I have to leave in half an hour. We've got to hurry. Please don't make me be late. My father doesn't know I'm here.
Actually, it's time to begin. I better go get everyone.
I'll go. This minute. So I go. Two friends grenadiers. Once I began to sing, and a friend, a public prosecutor, told to me, "So, Your Excellency, you have a strong voice." Then he thought for a moment, and then he added, "What an unpleasant one." Oh, it was so crazy.
My father and his wife don't want me to come here. They think this is Bohemia. They're afraid I'll become an actress, but I'm drawn here to this lake like a seagull. My heart is so full of you.
We're alone.
I think someone is coming.
No one.
What kind of tree is that?
Elm.
Why is it so dark?
It's evening. Everything looks dark. Don't leave early. I beg you.
Impossible.
What if I go to your house, Nina? I'll stand in the garden and look up at your window all night.
Impossible. The watchman will see you, and Trezor isn't used to you, and he'll bark.
I love you.
Shh.
Yo, who that? Are you there, Yakov?
Yes, Sarah, me.
All right, take your places. It's time. Is the moon rising?
Yeah?
All right, you have the methylated spirits, the sulfur. When the red eyes appear, it should smell like sulfur. All right, go. Everything is ready. Are you nervous?
Yes, very. Your mother, no, I'm not afraid of her, but there's Boris, Laurent. Oh, I'm embarrassed, terrified to act in front of him. He's such an important writer. Is he young?
Yes.
What miraculous stories he's written.
I wouldn't know. I haven't read them.
Kostya, it's hard to act in your play. There are no living characters in it.
Living characters. A playwright shouldn't present life in reality, but only as it comes to us, in dreams.
Yeah, but nothing happens in your play. There's nobody to talk to. I definitely think that there should be a love story.
It's getting damp. Go back, put on your galoshes.
I am hot.
You don't take care of yourself. It's just stubbornness. You, a doctor, you know perfectly well that damp air is bad for you, but you want me to suffer. You purposely sat on the terrace all night.
Don't say that my youth is wasted.
You were so carried away by your conversation with Irina, you didn't even notice the cold. You like her, admit it.
I'm 55 years old.
Oh, don't be silly. That's not old for a man. You look wonderful and women like you.
What do you want from me?
You're always ready to kiss the ground that actress walks on.
I am before you again. People treat artists differently than the rest of us. It's only natural. It's hero worship.
Women have always fallen in love with you. They wrap themselves around your little finger. Is that what you call hero worship?
All right. I've always gotten on well with women. They loved me primarily because I was a very good doctor. 10, 15 years ago, if you remember, I was the only decent doctor who could deliver babies in the whole province. And besides, I've always been trustworthy.
My darling.
Quiet. They're coming.
In 1985 at the New York State Fair, he was so brilliant, an absolute delight, marvelous. And what's become of the actor Ben Vereen these days? Ben Vereen, when he played Judas Iscariot, he was astonishing. I mean, better than Carl Anderson. I swear to you, most respected one. Where is he now?
You're always asking me about prehistoric characters. Oh, should I know?
Ah, Ben Vereen. There's nobody like him these days.
Boy.
The theater has certainly declined, Irina. Before there were mighty oaks, but now we only see stumps.
No, there aren't many bright stars today, that's true, but the general level of talent is much better.
I cannot agree with you. However, it's a question of taste. De gustibus aut bene aut nihil.
Onibun, when are we starting? Onibun?
In a minute, please. Be patient.
Okay. My son, thou hast turnest mine eyes into my very soul, and therein I see darkened and grained spots, as will not lose their teeth.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sty. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin. Attention, please. I'm starting. You, honorable ancient shadows, which drift at evening's fall on this lake, lull us to sleep, and let us dream of that which will come to be in 200,000 years.
In 200,000 years, there'll be nothing.
Then let them show us this nothing.
Yeah, let them, because when they are asleep.
People, lions, eagles, and partridges, horned deer, geese, spiders, silent fishes dwelling in the water, starfish, and those that cannot be seen with our eyes. In a word, all lives, all lives, all lives, having accomplished their doleful circle, died out. Already thousands of centuries have passed since the earth has borne one living creature, and in vain the poor moon shines her light. No longer do the cranes awaken the meadow. No longer do the maybugs sing in the linden groves. Cold, 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 empty, empty, empty. Horrible, horrible, most horrible. The bodies of living creatures have vanished into dust, and eternal matter has turned them into stone, into water, into clouds, and their souls have fused into one. The common world soul, it is I. I, in my soul, is Alexander the Great, and Caesar, and Shakespeare, and Napoleon, and the lowliest of leeches. In my consciousness, people have fused with indistinctual beasts, and I remember everything, everything, and every life that's in me. I live again.
You think this is supposed to be art?
me.
I am alone. Once in 100 years, I open my lips in order to speak, and my voice is heard in this cheerless emptiness, and no one listens. Even you, pale fires, do not hear me. Near morning, the decayed marsh gives birth to you, and you roam until dawn, but without thoughts, without will, without the quivering of life, fearing that in you life will not arise. The father of eternal matter, the devil, every instant in you as in stones and in water, carries out the exchange of atoms, and you are changing continuously. In the universe, only the spirit remains constant and immutable, like a captive cast into a deep hollow void. I do not know what waits for me. I see clearly that in this stubborn, cruel struggle with the devil, the strongest force in this world, I am destined to conquer. And after that, matter and soul will come together in beautiful harmony, and the kingdom of world liberty will emerge. But that will only be when little by little, over a long, long 1,000 years, even the moon and radiant Sirius and the earth will revert to dust. But until that time, horror, horror. My powerful adversary, the devil, comes closer. I see his terrible crimson eyes.
It smells like sulfur. Is that necessary?
Yeah, they might try to kill off people.
You know, oh, okay. I see. It's a theatrical effect. Tell me it's a theatrical effect.
He is bored without man.
You took your hat off. Put it on. You'll catch cold.
The doctor took this hat to the devil. The father of eternal matter.
The play is finished. Enough. Curtain.
Wait, why are you angry?
Curtain. Bring down the curtain.
Oh God.
Curtain.
Is what wrong with him?
So sorry, I failed to realize that only a chosen few can write plays and act on stage. I violated the sacred law. To me,
What is his problem now?
His problem, Irina, you can't treat the young man's pride like that.
What I said to him?
You wounded him.
He told us before it was a joke. So me take it as a joke.
But my dear.
What? No, it appears you wrote some great work of art? Some great work of art? Oh, please excuse me. No, I see that he created this performance and perfumed it with sulfur. Not as a joke, but as a demonstration. Come on, guys. He wanted to give us a bit of instruction on how to write and how to act. Really? I'm sorry, but it's just boring. Plain old boring. These constant attacks against my work and his caustic personal remarks would make anybody crazy. The boy is willful and egotistical. Damn boy.
Please you.
Indeed. Then how comes he couldn't just do some ordinary play? No, he had to compel us to listen to his ravings. And you know what? For the fun of it, we would have listened to. So the whole of his rare. But his pretentious claims to new forms of art have gone way beyond a joke.
Everyone
a new
writes.
era in art, really?
Everyone writes as he
In my
wants and
opinion,
as
there
he
are
can.
no new forms here. Only the evidence of a nasty disposition.
Everyone writes as he wants and as he can.
Well, make him write as he wants and as he can. But unofi tell him to leave me in peace.
Heidi
Come
Joe,
on.
once grown angry.
I am not Jove. I am a woman. Oh, daughter, I am not angry. I am disappointed that a young man would spend his time so foolishly. But you know what? Honestly, I didn't want to hurt him.
There is no scientific evidence to separate spirit from matter, since the spirit is probably the sum total of material atoms. But someone should really write a play about a school teacher and how he lives. His life is hard. Really hard.
Very true. But let's not talk about plays and material atoms. The evening is so glorious. Everybody listen. You hear that? Music.
It's across the
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's across the lake.
Come, sit by me, Boris. 10 or 15 years ago, here on this lake, we listened to music and singing all night long, almost every night. There are, 6 country houses along the shore. And I remember laughter, lots of noise, fireworks, and the love affairs. Oh, so many love affairs. The jeune premier and romantic idol of the time, was none other than, you ready?
Right.
Anders Dorn. Dr. Anders Dorn. He's handsome now, but then he was irresistible. But you know what? Honestly, my conscience is beginning to torment me. Why did I hurt him so bad? We can't understand that. I'm very upset. Big Ed. I'm mad. It must be mad now. Darling. Oi, Big Ed. He not come back.
Polina.
I'm sorry. Pardon me. I'm just a little bit sad.
I'll go and look for him.
Yes, please. Please, dear girl.
Hello? Konstantin! Hello?
Is it over? Are we going on?
The author has departed, but come out there, girl, and come join us.
Yes. Hello.
Bravo!
Bravo, bravo. We all adored you. And with such a face, with such a marvelous voice, it would be positively shameful for you to stay in the country. You have talent, girl, believe me. How about you should definitely go on stage.
Oh, that is my dream. But it will never happen.
What? Who knows? Here, allow me to introduce you to Boris Laurent.
Oh, I am so thrilled. I've read all of your books.
Oh, thank you.
Don't be shy, darling. He's a celebrity. But he has a simple soul. You see, he's shy too.
I think it would be good to raise the curtain. It's eerie like this.
Yakov, get the curtain up. Yakov, get it up now.
Me.
It's a strange play, isn't it?
Well, I didn't understand a word of it, but I must admit, I watched it with pleasure. You were so sincere, and the scenery is quite beautiful. Are there many fish in this lake?
Yes.
Huh? I love to fish. I can think of nothing more enjoyable than to sit on the bank on a beautiful evening with a fishing pole right in my hands.
But anyone who has experienced the joy of creation, surely nothing else can compare.
Don't talk to him that way. When people say nice things to him, he curls up inside himself. Go on.
I remember in Atlanta at the opera once, the celebrated Silver, he sang a low C. But as luck would have it, a bass from our church choir was sitting in the gallery, and all of a sudden, to our complete amazement, we hear from the gallery, "Bravo, Silver!" But a full octave lower, like this, "Bravo, Silver!" Everybody sat frozen in their seats. It was amazing.
The angel of silence has just flown by.
Oh, it's time for me to go. But
Wait,
good night.
where are you going? Come, you mustn't leave. Why so early? We'll not let you go.
My father is waiting for me.
Oh, what kind of person, really? Well, you know what? What can we do? It's a shame, though. Just a shame to let you go.
If only you knew how difficult it is for me to leave.
Well, someone should take you home, darling girl.
Oh, no.
Stay.
I cannot, Peter Brownsmith.
Stay for 1 hour. Ah, so I go. Really, do.
Impossible.
Such an unlucky girl. They say her late mother left her husband all of her huge fortune, every last dollar. And now he's leaving everything to his second wife. Could believe that? That little girl has nothing. It's disgraceful.
Yes. To be frank, her father is a complete swine.
Yeah, shall we go inside? Ladies and gentlemen, getting damp. My legs are aching.
Your poor legs again.
Yeah.
Your poor legs are stiff like boards. They hardly move. You know, well, let's go. You unlucky old man. Come on.
Madam.
Oh dear, the dog is howling again. Be so kind, Mueller. Please unchain her.
I can't do that, Peter Brownsmith. I'm afraid that thieves will get into the barn and my crop is in there. Yes, a whole octave lower. Bravo, Silver. And he wasn't a famous singer. He was just a church choir member.
Oh, how much does a church choir singer make?
I don't know. Maybe I don't understand anything or I've lost my mind, but I liked the play. There was something about it. When that girl talked about loneliness, and then when the red eyes of the devil appeared, my hands were shaking. It's fresh, innocent. Oh, here he comes. I want to say something nice to him.
Why there?
I'm here.
Mashenka look for me every way. Intolerable creature.
Konstantin Brownsmith. I liked your play very much. It's a bit strange, and I didn't hear the end, of course, but still, it made a strong impression on me. You're a talented man, and you need to continue. You're so high-strung. Tears in your eyes. What was I trying to say? You took a subject from the realm of abstract ideas, and that seems right to me, because artistic creation certainly must express only great thoughts. To be beautiful, it must be serious. How pale you are.
What were you saying? Don't stop.
Yes. You must write about something that is important and eternal. You know, I've had a pretty interesting life. I'm happy, but if I felt just the slightest artistic impulse to create, I think I would shed my worldly existence and disappear into the ether.
Sorry. Where is Nina?
And what's more, in any work of art, there must be a clear, definite purpose. You must be sure about what you're writing. Otherwise, if you go on some picaresque road without a definite goal, you'll surely lose your way, and that will be your undoing.
Where is Nina?
She went home.
The fuck should I do? I want to see her. I gotta see her. I'm going.
And calm down, my friend.
Oh, I've got to go. I've got to get out of here.
Come home, Konstantin. Your mom is waiting for you. She's worried.
Tell her that I left, and please, everyone, leave me in peace. Leave me alone. Do not come looking for me.
But, my dear, you can't do this. It's not good.
Farewell, doctor. Thank you.
Youth.
People have nothing better to say. They say youth.
That is disgusting. I hear music from the house. Let's go in.
Wait a minute.
What?
I have to tell you something. I have to talk. I don't love my own father, but I feel close to you. I can't explain it, but I feel you understand me. You gotta help me. Help me, or I'll do something stupid, something crazy. You gotta help me.
What? Help you how?
I'm suffering. No one knows how much I'm suffering. I love Konstantin.
Oh, how nervous everyone is.
Sorry. Anybody need anything?
How nervous everyone is and how fragile. And so much love. Oh, magical lake. But what can I do, my child? What? What?
Act 2. A croquet lawn. In the distance to the right is a house with a big terrace. To the left, the lake is visible, with the glittering sun reflected. Flower beds, midday, hot. On one side, in the shadow of an old linden tree, Irina, Dorn, and Masha sit on a little bench. Dorn has an open book on his lap.
All right, let's stand up. Come stand next to me. Okay, so you are about 22 years old, right? And I am almost twice that. Okay, watch this. Doctor, which one of us looks younger?
You, of course.
Okay, see, there you see it. I know why. It's because I work. I'm constantly doing something. I experience my life, but you sit still in one place, not really living. And I have a rule also, I have to be honest. Never think about the future. I never think about old age or death. What will come in life will just come.
I feel like I was born 100 years ago. I drag my life like an endless heavy train. And at times, I have no desire to live at all. Of course, this is all nonsense. I need to give myself a good shaking. cut out all this whining.
You tell her my flowers.
And also, I am as neat as an Englishman. I hold myself straight and tall, and I'm always dressed with my hair comme il faut, and that's French. Would I ever go outside, even here in the garden, in working clothes, without my hair perfectly coiffed? Never. And that is why I look so good at my age. I never let myself go like some people. All right. See? Look at me. Light as a feather. I could play a girl of about 15.
Well, nevertheless, let me continue. We stopped at the grain merchant and the rats.
Ooh, and the rats. Yes, continue. Give it to me. Give it to me. I read it. It's my turn. Thank you. And the rats. Here it is. And it should be understood that for women in society to indulge novelists and seduce them is as dangerous as when a grain merchant allows rats to get into his own barns. When a woman has selected a writer whom she desires to captivate, I know about captivation, she besieges him with curtsies, compliments, with all of her charms, and he revels in these attentions. Well, that may be true for the French, but as Jamaican women do nothing of the kind. We fall head over heels in love. Just look at me and Boris. I certainly didn't lay siege to him. When I met him, I would just look at him and turn into putty and bust out a ball. You call that besiege?
Tell
What?
me, are we happy? Are we having fun today? We are happy. Father and stepmother have gone to Easter egg, and now we are free for 3 whole days.
I am happy. Ah, I completely belong to you.
Isn't she adorable?
Yeah, nicely dressed. Interesting. You're a very clever girl. But we mustn't praise her too much, or else we'll cast the evil eye upon her. Where is Boris?
Oh, he's down by the swimming hole fishing.
He never seems to get tired of it.
What are you reading?
Oh, this is Maupassant afloat, sweetheart. Well, the rest is uninteresting and untrue. My soul is troubled, though. Tell me, if you can, what is wrong with Konstantin? Why is he so depressed and so dark? I'm worried because he spends his whole days down at the lake, and I never see him.
Die. Please, do some more from this play.
Are you sure you want me to? It's so uninteresting.
When he himself reads, his eyes burn and his face becomes pale. He's a beautiful, sad voice, like a poet.
Pleasant dreams.
Petrusha!
Hey!
You sleep, Peter?
Not in the least.
Why aren't you going to see a doctor? I am not happy with this.
I would be glad to see a doctor, but our doctor doesn't want to see me.
At 60? What's the use?
Even at 60, one wants to live.
Well, take valerian drops.
I think it would be good for him to go for a water cure.
Fine. He can go or he can't go.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Doesn't mean anything. Everything is clear.
Peter should give up smoking.
Rubbish.
No, it's not rubbish. Wine and tobacco sap you of your individuality. After a cigar or a glass of vodka, you aren't Peter Brown Smith anymore, but Peter plus someone else, some stranger.
It's fine for you to talk this way. You have plenty of fun in your day, but I worked for the Justice Department for 28 years. I never lived, I never played, I never experienced anything. And I stands reason why I still want to live. It is easy for you, so jaded, so tired of life, to become a philosopher. But I want to live. And this is why I drink sherry after lunch and I smoke me ganja. Okay? I'm sorry, girl. And that's that.
Oh, please be serious. To ask for treatment at 60 years of age, to regret all the fun you missed out on in your youth, that, if you'll pardon me, is ridiculous. It's time to start contemplating eternity.
Well, it must be time for lunch. My foot fell asleep.
She'll put away 2 glasses of vodka before lunch.
Poor little thing. She's so unhappy.
Your Excellency.
You talk like a man who's done everything.
Can you think of anything more tedious than this sweet country boredom? No? It's hot. It's quiet. No one does anything. Everyone philosophizes. Well, you know what? It's good for you, no? But to sit alone in my hotel and learn Femi lines is better for me.
Absolutely. I understand that.
Of course, it is better in the city. You sit in your own office. No one is let in unannounced. The telephone, cabs in the streets. I saw it go.
You tell her my flowers.
Yes, everybody's here. Good afternoon. Very happy to see you in good health. My wife tells me that you intend to go into town today with her. Is this true?
Yes.
That is splendid, but how will you go, most respected one? And permit me to ask you, on which horses?
Which? Oh, should I know? Which?
We have carriage horses.
Carriage horses? And where will I get harnesses? Where will I get harnesses? This is marvelous. This is incomprehensible, most honored ones. Pardon me. I'm in awe of your talent and I'm prepared to give you 10 years of my life, but I cannot give you any horses.
What? And if I have to go? This is some business.
Most respected one, you don't seem to understand how to run an estate.
What? This is the same old story. You don't get tired? I order you to hire the horses for me in the village.
In that case,
No.
I offer my resignation. Find yourself another manager.
Every single summer is the same garbage me I deal with. Every summer I'm offended. I will never set foot here again.
What impertinence! The devil only knows I am sick to death of him. As so I go, and so forth. Bring all the horses here now.
Refuse Irina Brown Smith, a famous actress? But shouldn't every desire, every whim of hers take precedence over your state? It's simply incredible.
Well, what can I do? Put yourself in my position. What can I do?
Listen, let's go to my sister. We will all plead with her not to go. Don't you think? Unbearable man! Despo!
Sit. We'll take you.
Hey.
How terrible it is.
Yes, it is terrible. But he won't resign. I'll talk to him right now.
People are so predictable. In truth, your husband ought to be thrown out on his ear. But you know how everything will end. That old baby Peter Brown Smith and his sister will wind up begging his forgiveness. You'll see.
You know, he does what he wants. The third year we were here, he persuaded the old man to mortgage the estate. Who needed it? What did we need that for? He bought purebred pigs and turkeys, and they all died on him. He put up an expensive apiary in the back, and the bees all froze. He uses all the income from this estate for needless construction. He takes the old man's pension and he sends Irina $600 from it. And he pretends it's income from the estate, and she's happy with that arrangement because she's such a miser. And every day, all this fighting, if you knew how it upsets me, I'm sick of it. Trembling, I can't stand his coarseness. Anders, dear, beloved, help me. Let's run away together. Let's stop hiding. Let's stop lying.
I'm 55 years old. It's too late to change my life.
I know you have plenty other women. You can't run away with all of us. I understand. But I must be getting on your nerves.
No, it's fine.
Tormented by jealousy. Of course, you're a doctor. It's impossible for you to avoid other women. I understand, but can't you wait to look at them when I'm not around?
I'll try. What's happening?
Well, Irina Brown Smith is crying and Peter is having an asthma attack.
I'll go give them both valerian drops.
My compliments.
Merci bien.
Oh, what pretty flowers. Give me those flowers. Give me those flowers.
How funny to see a famous actress crying over something so silly. And isn't it funny that a famous writer, the darling of the public, written about in all of the newspapers, his portrait for sale everywhere, his works translated into foreign languages, that he should spend every day fishing and then jumping for joy when he's caught too little perch? I thought famous people were supposed to be proud and distant. I thought they held their hordes of admirers in contempt. The brilliance of their fame would make them even more glorious than royalty. But look how they fish. Play cards, laugh, and get angry, like ordinary people.
Alone?
Alone. What is this supposed to mean?
I was cool enough to kill this seagull today. I laid at your feet.
What is the matter with you?
I will kill myself in the same way soon.
I don't know you anymore.
Yes. Ever since I stopped knowing you, you've changed towards me. You're cold. And my very presence upsets you.
Well, lately you've become irritable. You speak incomprehensibly in symbols. And I suppose the seagull here is a symbol for something. But forgive me. I don't understand. I'm too simple to understand you.
This began the night my play failed so completely. Women never forget failure. I burned everything, every last shred. If you only knew how unhappy I am, and your coldness is horrible, unfathomable. It's as if I woke up and found the lake all dried up. You just said that you're too simple to understand me. What is there to understand? You didn't like the play. You despise my imagination. You see me as mediocre, insignificant, a nobody, like everyone else. Believe me, I understand. I understand it all too well. I feel like I have a spike in my brain that is damning me and damning my pride, which sucks my blood like a snake. Oh, here comes a true genius. He walks like Hamlet, and see, he even has a little book in his hand. Words, words, words. His sun hasn't even shone on you, but you are already smiling. Your very gaze is melted into his beams. Wow. I will not stand in your way.
Takes stuff and drinks vodka, always in black. The school teacher bugs her.
Hello, Boris, Laurent.
Ah. Oh, everything seems to have changed. We're leaving today. We'll probably never see each other again. And that's a pity. I don't often meet interesting women like you. I can't possibly remember what they're like at 18, 19 years old. And that's why young women are usually false in my stories. I would love to have an hour in your shoes just to get to know how you think and what makes you tick.
And I would love to be in your shoes.
Why?
So that I could know what it feels like to be a famous, talented writer. What does fame feel like? What does it mean to you to be famous?
Lame? Probably nothing. I never thought about it that way. It's either one of two things. Either you exaggerate my fame or I don't have any real feelings about it.
But you must read about yourself in the newspapers.
Right, well, when they praise me, it's nice. And when they attack me, I'm depressed for 2 days.
Incredible. How I envy you. If only you knew. People's destinies are so different. Some people can hardly drag themselves through their own boring, meaningless existences. Everyone looking alike. Everyone unhappy. But others, like you, for example, you are one in a million. Your destiny in life turned out to be interesting, bright, completely meaningful. You are happy.
Maine? You talk about fame, about good fortune, about some kind of bright, interesting life. But for me, all your nice words, forgive me, are like sweet marmalade, which I never eat. You are very young and very kind.
Your life is so beautiful.
What's so beautiful about it? Crap. I've got to go. I've got to go now and write. Excuse me. I don't have time. You just hit a nerve, as they say. I'm starting to feel a bit agitated, even a little angry. Well, all right, let's talk. Let's talk about my bright, beautiful life. Where do I begin? When a man thinks about one idea day and night, the moon, for example, he becomes obsessed by it. I have my own such moon. Day and night, one obsessive thought overwhelms me. I must write. I must write. I must. I have barely finished a story when I'm already drawn to write another, then a third, and then after the third, a fourth. I write endlessly without being able to stop. What's so bright and beautiful about that? It is such an impossible life. Here I am with you. I'm feeling excited, and yet I can't stop thinking about the story I'm working on now. I look up at the sky, a cloud. Resembles a grand piano. I think, yes, I need to put that in a story somewhere. Yes, a floating cloud looks like a grand piano. I smell a heliotrope. Immediately, I make a mental note. Sickly sweet smell, widow's color, mentioned in the description of a summer evening. I angle for every word and phrase you say, then I snatch it up and lock it in with all the other phrases and words in my secret literary stash, because maybe it'll come in handy one day. Then I finish work and I run to the theater or go fishing. I try to relax, forget myself for a moment. But no, my brain is already churning with the next idea, the next big thing, and I rush back to my desk, not breathing until I've written it down. And it's always like this, always. There's never any peace for me, and I feel as if I'm destroying my whole life. You know, in order to strew some honey petals before my readers, I rip out my own flowers and leave the roots to rot. You must admit I'm crazy. My best friends think I'm crazy. What gifts will you bestow upon us next? What are you writing? It's always the same, always the same. And it seems to me that all their fawning attention, their praise, their flattery, that it's all a lie. They're all deceiving me as if I were a sick old man. I'm scared sometimes that they're just gonna sneak in and snatch me up and take me to the loony bin, like pup strings. Pup strings, the Madam in Gogo's story. In those first years, my best years, when I first started writing, it was endless torture for me. An unknown minor writer, especially when he's unlucky, feels he's clumsy, awkward, and consequential. His nerves are in knots, straining to the breaking point. He hangs out around literary stars and artists, a nobody, hoping to get noticed, acknowledged by someone, yet afraid to look anyone directly in the eye, just like a compulsive gambler who runs out of money. Even now, I don't know my reader, but I see him as unfriendly and disdainful. I'm afraid of my public. They terrify me. And when my play was first produced, I imagined all the whites in the audience were hostile and all the black folk were coldly indifferent. It was agony, utter torture.
Excuse me, but I can't believe that the creative process, the sheer inspiration doesn't give you sublime, happy moments.
Sound like a shake it to me.
Well, yes, when I write, it's pleasant. And I like correcting the proofs. But before it has really left the printers, I see that it's not right, that it shouldn't have been written at all, that it's all just one giant mistake. And I become so upset and disappointed with myself, I feel like a worthless idiot. And then the public reads it. Yes, nice, talented, nice, but he's no Tolstoy. Or beautiful work, Marlon James, Black Leopard, Red Wolf. That's a real piece of literature. Until I die, I will always be nice and talented. nice and talented. That's it. And on my tombstone, it will be engraved. Here lies Boris Laurent. He was a nice writer. He was no Tolstoy.
Forgive me. I just don't accept that. You're simply spoiled by your success.
What success? I never liked myself. I don't think I'm a particularly good writer. Worst of all, when I'm obsessed with something, I don't even know or understand why it is that I'm obsessed. I don't even know what it is that I'm writing. You know, I love this lake. The trees, the sky. I appreciate nature. It arouses a real passion in me, an irresistible desire to write. But the problem is, I'm not only a landscape painter. I see myself as a good citizen. I love New York. I love the people, and I feel that if I'm a writer, then it is my responsibility to talk about them, about their struggles, about their future, to talk about science, the rights of man, et cetera, et cetera. And so I write about everything. All the issues chase me. All the issues drive me on, get me angry any longer. While life and science are always moving forward, I fall helplessly behind like a peasant running late for the train. And in the end, I feel I can only paint landscapes after all is said and done. And everything else, I'm false to the core.
Well, you work too hard and you have neither the time nor the inclination to recognize your own importance. That's all right. You can be dissatisfied with yourself. But the rest of us think you are marvelous. If I were a writer like you, I would devote my whole life to the masses. But in return, I would expect that it was their good fortune, indeed their happiness, to raise me above them and carry me off in a chariot.
Well, in the chariot, am I Agamemnon?
Boris Laurent?
If I were lucky enough to be an artist, I would put up with petty dislikes, deprivations, disappointments. I would live in a garret and only eat stale bread. Yes, suffer from my own inadequacies, my own awareness of my own imperfections. But in return, I would demand fame, genuine, resounding fame. My head is spinning from all of this.
Boris Laurent? Laurent?
I think they're calling me, probably to pack up. But I don't want to leave. Just look at this. Isn't it amazing? Beautiful.
Do you see that house and garden across the lake?
Yes.
That was my mother's home. I was born there. I've spent my whole life by this lake. I know every inch of it.
Yes. It's wonderful here. And what's that?
Ah, a seagull. Konstantin killed it.
Beautiful bird. I really don't want to leave. See if you could convince Irina to stay.
What are you writing?
Oh, just making a note, an idea. A subject for a short story. A young girl has lived on the shores of a lake all her life, like you. She loves the lake, like a seagull, and is happy and free as a seagull. But by chance comes along a man, sees her, and for no particular reason destroys her. just like that Seagull here.
Boris Laurent, where
I'm
are
coming.
you?
I'm coming. What?
We are staying.
It's a dream.
Welcome back to Act 3. The dining room in Irina Brownsmith's house. A suitcase and cardboard boxes. Noticeable preparation for departure. Boris Laurent eats breakfast. Masha stands by the table.
I'm telling you all this because you're a writer. You can use it if you want. I'll be honest with you, if he had seriously hurt himself, I couldn't have lived another minute. But I'm trying to be brave. I've made up my mind. I'll tear this love from my heart, tear it out by the roots.
How? Well, how will you do that?
I'll get married to Simon Medvedenko.
To the school teacher?
Yes.
I don't understand why you would need to do that.
To love without hope, always waiting for something to happen. But when I get married, I won't have love on my mind. I'll have new problems to worry about. And anyway, it'll be a change. Shall we have another?
Haven't you had enough?
Well, here. Don't look at me like that. Women drink more than you think. Some do it openly like I do, but most do it in secret. And yes, it's always vodka or cognac. Cheers.
Cheers.
You're a nice man. It's a shame you're leaving.
To be honest, I don't want to leave.
Then tell her to stay.
No, she won't stay. Her son is acting like a crazy man. First he shoots himself. Now he challenges me to a duel. And for what? He grumbles. He grouses. He preaches new forms, but there's plenty of room for all of us, the new and the old. What's this fight about?
Well, it's jealousy too, but it's none of my business. My school teacher isn't very smart, but he's a good person, humble, and he really loves me. Oh, I feel sorry for him, and I feel sorry for his poor old mother. Well, permit me to wish you all the best. Remember me kindly. And I am thankful to you for your interest. Do send me some books and sign them, please. Only don't do Dear Madam, but simply Dear Masha. Ancestry unknown. Reason for living unknown. Farewell.
Even or odd?
Even.
No, there's only one P. Should I be an actress or not? If only someone would advise me.
I can't advise you.
You leave and we'll probably never see each other again. Please take this little memento. I had your initials engraved on it. And on this side, the title of your book, Days and Nights.
Huh. How lovely. A delightful gift.
Remember me sometimes.
I will remember. I will remember you as clear as on that clear day a week ago when you wore that light colored dress. We were talking. Oh, the white seagull was lying on the bench between us.
Yes, the seagull. Shh. They're coming. Before you leave, give me 2 minutes. I beg you.
Oh, please, just stay home, my dear old man. Do you really think you can go around paying visits to people with your rheumatism? Wait, who was that just left? Is Nina?
Yeah.
Pardon, we interrupted. Yes, I packed everything. I'm completely worn out.
Days and Nights, page 121, lines 11 and 12.
You want me to pack the fishing rod on them?
Yes, I still need them, but give the books to someone, anyone.
All right, will do.
Uh, 21 lines 11. Irina, do you have my books here in the house?
My brother has them. They're in his den in the corner bookcase.
All right, page 121.
Really, Petrusha? Should stay home.
You're leaving? I'll be so bored without you here.
And just what is so interesting in town?
Nothing much, but all the same. They're going to lay the cornerstone for the new Chrysler building. That kind of thing. I will just be like an hour or two to get away from here. All the fish from a lake. I've been lying here like a smelly old fish. I ordered her car for 1 o'clock. We'll both go at the same time.
I wish you would just stay here. Stay in one place. Just stay here. Try don't get bored. Look after my son. Don't catch a cold. Just keep him sensible. Peter. And here I am leaving. I don't even know why Konstantin shot himself. I have a feeling it was jealousy. The sooner I take Boris out of here, the better.
Other reason is, it's quite understandable that an intelligent young man lives in the country, in the backwoods really, without any money, without a position, without a future. He has nothing to do. He is ashamed and frightened of his own uselessness. I love him so much, and he is very attached to me, but the truth is, he feels like he doesn't belong here. He's like a parasite, like a hanger-on. It's understandable his self-esteem.
Will I ever be free of this? All right, what if he got an ordinary job?
Oof. It seems to me, maybe. What if you were to give him a little bit of money? First of all, he needs to look like a human being. He's been wearing the same raggedy suit for 3 years now. He doesn't even have an overcoat. And would it be so terrible if he had a nice time once in a while to go abroad or something? It wouldn't even be that expensive for you.
Well, maybe I can manage a suit, but no. Right now, I cannot afford to get him a suit or anything else. I have no money.
Yeah.
None.
Okay. Yes, madame, forgive me. Sweet. Don't be angry. I believe you. You're a wonderful and generous woman.
I have no money.
It's understandable. It's understandable. If anyone, I would give it to him. But I have nothing, not $1. Mueller takes my whole pension and he spends it on farming, cattle breeding, and it's gone. Gone to waste. The bees freeze, the cows die, the horses are never available. And
All right. Yes, I have money.
Ganja.
Oh God, Peter. I have some money, but you know I'm an actress, so the costumes alone will broke me.
You're so good. You're sweet. I respect you. Yes. Wait. Wait.
Peter,
My chest hurt.
what happened to him? Peter,
Wait.
somebody help me. I think he's going to faint.
It is nothing. It is nothing. It is nothing. It already has passed.
Doctor.
Oh, I saw it go. Oh.
Don't be scared, mommy. It's not dangerous. This is how my lot with uncle these days. The uncle, he ain't for lie them.
Yes, exactly. Need to lie down. Yes. But I'm still going into town. I will lie down and then I'll go. Yes. It is understandable.
There's a riddle. In the morning, what goes on 4 legs? At noon, at 2. In the evening, at 3.
Exactly. And at night, flat on his back. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I can walk by myself.
Don't stand on ceremony with me.
Him frightened me to death.
And a healthy female living in the country, you know. I'm depressed, mommy. If you feel looking generous, just let him out on a one night, $2,000. Can't live in the town for a whole year.
I said, I have no rascal money. Me is an actress, not a damn banker.
And change my bandage. You did the best, you know.
All right, the doctor is late anyway.
You probably say my day at 10, but I already knew now, so.
Hey, come sit. You look like you're wearing a damn turban. Yesterday, a visitor in the kitchen asked what nationality you were. Watcha, it almost completely healed. Only a little scar remains. And when I'm done, you won't go bang banging again.
No, mommy, that was just a moment of utter despair. Mom, I could have controlled myself. But that now got happening again. Mommy, I was like golden hands. I remember one long time when you still there work for the state theater. I mean, you look a bit them time there. And one fight they broke out in the courtyard of the building. Somebody there violently beat up a woman. You remember? And then pick her up unconscious, and you went right over to her, you bring her medicine, wash her children, and washed her. You remember that?
No.
There were 2 ballerinas living in the same building, and they used to come to our place and drink coffee.
Oh, I remember them. Yeah. They're cute.
If you take off your earrings.
Why?
Just relax, man.
I'm trying.
You know them, they so religious. Ballerina them. You know, so these past few weeks, I just loved you as tenderly and completely as when they look a bit. Like, man, I have nobody except for you. Why let that money come between us?
You don't understand him. Konstantin is a noble person.
Oh yes, no, but when them tell him say me that go challenge him to a duel, me notice him no ability didn't keep him from playing card. Man is leaving. Man make a gutless retreat.
Don't be silly. I'm the one taking him away from here. I understand that you are comfortable with our relationship, but you are intelligent, sophisticated, and I must demand that you respect my freedom. Simple.
I respect your freedom, but you must allow me the freedom to
Yeah.
think of him any way I want to. I know a person, here we are almost fighting over him, and him there somewhere in a living room or in the garden, I laugh after 2 hours, cultivating Nina, trying to convince her once for all that he's a genius.
I think you truly enjoy hurting me. I respect the man, and I'm asking you to speak well of him in my presence.
But me not respect him. You want me to consider him a genius, but forgive me, me can't lie. Him writing makes me sick.
That is just envy, and I can't help you with that. But with pretentious, untalented people, all that's left is to speak ill of the genuinely gifted. That must be some consolation.
Genuinely gifted?
Yes.
I am more gifted than the one you put together. Your old fashioned acts only believe now in their own work. And when the truly innovative, young, talented artists come along, you try to suffocate them.
Boy.
I'm not acknowledge none of them. I'm not acknowledge you, I'm not acknowledge him.
You're arrogant.
You know, go back to your darling theater and act in a pathetic third-rate plays.
Excuse? I have never acted in a third-rate plays. How dare you? You couldn't even write a pathetic vaudeville sketch. You damn illegal immigrant. But what?
Miser.
Is what I'm to beggar. What y'all do? Is cry y'all cry? Don't cry. Come here. I'm sorry. Come, forgive me. I'm sorry. Forgive your sinful mother. Your damn wretched mother.
If you only did know, someone lose everything. Shouldn't love me no more. We can't write no more. Everything over, just gone.
Come. Don't despair. It will all turn out, trust me. I will take Boris away from here and she will fall in love with you again. Come, look. Smile. It's all right. Hush up. We good now?
Yes, mom.
Good. I just beg you one thing. Make up with him. It's not necessary for you to fight. May I beg you, please?
Fine. Only just don't let me see him again, please. It's
Okay.
just too much for beer. Oh, here he comes. I'm leaving. Don't worry, the doctor will put on the bandage later.
Okay.
Page 121, lines 11 and 12. If you ever need my life, come and take it.
They'll be bringing the horses in a minute.
If you ever need my life, come take it.
I hope you're all packed.
Yes. Oh, why does this appeal from such a pure soul touch me so deeply? If you ever need my life, come and take it. Irina, let's stay one more day. Let's just stay. Let's stay.
Darling.
Irina.
I know why you want to stay, but get control of yourself. You're drunk, Sober up. Do.
You sober up too. You sober up too. Be reasonable. Be a good friend to me. Look, I know you're capable of sacrifice. Be my friend. Let me go.
Are you so far gone?
I am entranced by her. Maybe this is just what I need.
The love of a farm girl? Oh, little you know of yourself.
Well, sometimes people walk and talk in their sleep, and that's how I feel. I'm talking to you, sure, but I'm dreaming of her. And these sweet, marvelous dreams are taking a hold of me. Let me go, darling. Let me go.
No, I'm an ordinary woman. You are not allowed to talk to me like that. Don't torment me, Boris. I'm terrified.
You can be extraordinary if you want. Love is young, delightful, poetic. And once again, it's filling me with hopes and dreams. I just know that only she can bring me happiness. She can be my good luck charm. I've never experienced anything like this. When I was young, there was no time. I was too busy chasing after editors, wrestling with poverty. But now, finally, here she is. My love has come. She's calling me. How can I run away from her?
Have you lost your mind?
Maybe.
Everybody has conspired to torment me today.
You don't understand. Or maybe you don't want to understand. You don't understand.
Am I so old and so ugly that you can talk to me this way about another woman? Seriously? You have lost your mind. My beautiful, amazing, you are the last chapter of my life. My joy, my pride, my happiness. If you abandon me even for 1 hour, I will not survive. I will lose my mind. My astounding, extraordinary lover, my king.
Someone will come in.
Let them. I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed of my love for you. My treasure, my desperate darling. You want to behave like a raving maniac, but I won't let you. You are mine. You are mine. Yes, this forehead is mine. These eyes are mine. This beautiful silky hair is mine. You are mine. You are so talented, so intelligent. The best of all of our contemporary writers. You are the only hope for America. You are so sincere, so clever, so funny. With one stroke, you can create poetry of a landscape. Your characters are so alive. To read used to be in rapture. You think I'm flattering you? Like I'm just blowing smoke? Look into my eyes. I look like a liar? I look like a liar to you? I am the only one who appreciates you. The only one who will tell you the truth. My sweet, magnificent magician, can you go? Really? Will you really leave me?
I have no will of my own. I have never had a will. I'm a dish rag, limp, always submissive. How can this possibly be attractive to women? All right. Take me away, but don't let me out of your sight for a moment. Don't.
No, he's mine. Darling, if you really want, you can stay. I'll leave today and you can come later in a week.
No.
What's the hurry?
No. Let's go together. Let's go together.
As you wish. Together. Yes, together. What are you writing?
This morning I heard something good. Virgin forest.
Whoa.
I can use it one day. All right, then travel. The carriage, the refreshment buffets, the railroad, talk. Right?
Right.
I have the honor to announce with great regret that the horses are ready. It is time, most respected one, to go to the station. The train will arrive at 2:05, and will you, Irina, be so kind as to find out where the actor John Cullum is now? Is he still alive? Is he healthy? We had a drink together once, and he was brilliant in Shenandoah on Broadway. In the same play, I also remember the actor Joseph Shapiro, who was just as excellent. Don't hurry, most respected one. We still have 5 minutes. In a melodrama I once saw, they played conspirators, and when they were caught, one of them was supposed to say, "We are caught in a trap." But Shapiro said, "We are trapped in a clap." In a clap.
Here's some pickled plums for your journey. Very sweet. I hope you'll treat yourself.
Oh, you are so kind, Polina.
Farewell, my dear. If it wasn't just so, please forgive us.
Oh, no. Everything was fine. You mustn't cry. Come on. Cheer up.
Well, time is running out.
Well, what can we do?
It is time, sister. We can't be late. I'm going to go take my seat.
And I'll walk to the station to see everyone off. I'll be there in no time.
Okay, well, bye-bye, my dears. If we're alive and healthy, Jano, in the summer we'll see each other again, I'm sure. And don't forget, here's a 20 for the trio. No? Come, Yakov.
Thank
Here.
you. Thank you. Thank you,
Farewell,
moms. Blessings.
All right.
Boris, please send me an email once in a while.
Well, where is Konstantin? Anybody know? Tell him I'm leaving. I need to say goodbye. All right. Well, remember me fondly. I gave the cook and Yakov 20 for the three of them. All right, people.
Oh, Irina, I forgot my walking stick. I think it's in the terrace somewhere. I'll be right back. We're leaving.
I just had a feeling I'd see you again. Boris, Laurent, I have finally decided. The die is cast. I'm going on the stage. I'll be gone by tomorrow. I'll leave my father, leave everyone, and start my new life. I'm going to New York City, like you. Maybe we can meet sometime.
Stay at the New Chelsea Hotel. Let me hear from you immediately. 14th Street. I've got to go.
No, just one more minute.
You are so beautiful. I'm so happy I'll see you again. I'll see those lovely eyes, that inexplicably beautiful, tender smile, that angelic little, my darling.
Act 4. Between the third and fourth acts, 2 years pass. One of the sitting rooms in Irina Brownsmith's home, converted by Konstantin into a working office. Evening, a single lamp burns under a shade, semi-darkness, the trees stirring, and the wind is howling in the chimneys. The watchman taps. Simon and Masha enter.
Konstantin! Konstantin! He's not here. The old man is constantly asking, where's Big Head Boy? Where's Konstantin? He cannot live without him.
Yeah, because he's afraid of being alone. And what terrible weather. It's been like this for 2 days in a row.
The waves on the lake, huge ones.
It's dark in the garden. We should told them to tear that stage down. It's just standing there bare and abandoned, and the curtain flaps in the wind. And when I went past it last night, I thought I heard somebody crying. Masha, let's go home.
No, I'll spend the night here.
Masha, let's go. Our baby must be hungry.
Never mind. Toshka will feed him.
It's really a shame. 3 nights already without his mother.
You're so boring lately. At least in the old days you would philosophize a little, but now it's always baby home, baby home. It's all you can talk about.
Oh my God, let's go, Masha!
Go yourself.
Your father won't give me any horses.
Yes, he will. Ask him and he'll do it.
Okay, yeah, maybe. I'll ask him. So are you gonna come home tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow. God, you're driving me crazy.
Peter Brownsmith asked me to make up his bed near here, near Konstantin.
Let me.
All people are like children.
So I'm going. Farewell, Masha. Farewell, Masha.
Well, go with God.
Farewell, Konstantin.
No one ever would have suspected you turn out to be a real writer, Konstantin. And look at you, thank God. You even started to receive money from journals. And you've become so handsome, sweet Konstantin. Be a little more affectionate with my Mashinska.
Leave him alone, Mama.
She's a lovely girl. And a woman doesn't need much, Konstantin, just a tender look now and then. Believe me, I know.
Look, now you made him angry. Did you have to go and bother him?
I pity you, Mashinska.
Just what I need.
My heart is sick for you. I know everything. I see everything and I hear everything.
It's all ridiculous. Unrequited love, that's only in novels. Never mind. You can't sit around always waiting for something to happen. If you start to feel love in your heart, you've got to get rid of it. Listen, they promised to transfer Simon to another school district, and once we move, I'll forget everything. I'll tear this love from my heart by the roots.
Konstantin's playing a hymn. He must be depressed.
The main thing for me, Mama, is not to see him. If Simon's transfer comes through, then believe me, I'll forget everything. Doesn't mean a thing.
There are 6 in the house now, and flour is $5 a pound.
That's the way it goes, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's easy for you to laugh, right? You're rolling in money.
Money from 30 years of practice, a difficult practice, mind you. When I didn't have a moment to myself, night or day, I managed to save just $2,000. And I spent it all on a trip abroad. I have nothing.
You haven't left yet?
God, sure, yeah. Well, no one will give me any horses.
I wish I'd never laid eyes on you.
My God, this room has changed. It used to be a drawing room. Now it's a sleepover.
Konstantin is more comfortable here. He can go out to the garden and think whenever he likes.
Where's my sister?
She went to the station to meet Boris. She'll be right back.
If you need to bring my sister down here, I must be very ill. Here's a good one for you. I'm dangerously ill, and in the meantime, no one will give me any medication.
What do you want? Valerian drops? Sodium carbonate?
Ah, yes. And now comes the philosophy. Leave me out of this. Is this what you fixed for me?
Yes, for you, Peter Von Smith.
I thank you kindly.
The moon floats along the night sky.
Listen, I want to give Konstantin a subject for a story. It must be called The Man Who Wanted. L'homme qui a voulu. In my youth, I wanted to become a writer, a man of letters, and I didn't. I wanted to speak beautifully, and instead, I speak abominably. I, this Rastafari. I babble on until I run out of words. I wanted to marry. I never did. I always wanted to live in a town. And here I am, ending my life in the country. Oh, so
You wanted to become a state councilor, and you became one.
I never wanted to do that. That just happened to me.
And to be filled with regrets at 62, you have to admit, that's pretty useless.
How ungenerous you are. You want to live. Can't you understand that?
That's just ridiculous. Everyone must die. It's the law of nature.
You talk like a fat cat. You're just so satisfied with your life that you don't understand anyone else's unhappiness. Believe me, when the time comes, you will be afraid to die too.
Fear of death is an animal response. You've got to get a hold of it and suppress it. It's just those religious types who are afraid, facing eternity with all their sins on their heads. In the first place, you're a non-believer. And in the second place, what sins have you committed? You worked for the Justice Department for 25 years. That's the whole story. We are keeping Konstantin from working.
No, that's fine.
Permit me to ask, Doctor, how much does a ream of paper cost abroad nowadays?
How should I know? I never bought any.
And which city did you like the most in your travels?
Genoa.
Why Genoa?
In Genoa, the crowds are marvelous. When you leave your hotel in the evening, the street suddenly fills up with people. And then you move with the crowd without any specific destination, here and there, in and out, and you become part of a living organism, merging with it psychically. And you start to believe that indeed a single world soul is possible. Just as Nina spoke of in your play. By the way, where is Nina? What is she? Where is she, and how is she doing?
Probably fine.
I hear she's supposed to be living a sort of peculiar life. What's going on?
That's a long story, Doctor.
Make it a short one.
She ran away from home and took up with Boris. Had you heard this?
Yes.
She had a child. The child died. Boris stopped loving her and returned to his previous attachment. No surprise to anyone. In truth, he never really left his previous attachment, and he somehow devised the plan to go back and forth between both of them. The way I understand it, Nina's personal life was a disaster.
And on the stage?
Worse still, she debuted in a theater outside Moscow, then left for a tour in the provinces. At the time, I kept right up with her. Wherever she went, I went too. She took on all the big roles, but she acted coarsely, tastelessly, with lots of shrieking and ugly gestures. There were moments when you could see her talent, when she was crying or dying, but those were few and far between.
So when all is said and done, is there any talent?
It's hard to know. Probably. I went to see her, but she didn't want to see me. And her maid wouldn't let me into her hotel room. I understood what she was going through, and I didn't insist. What else can I tell you? Well, I got some letters from her when I returned home. I got home, and the letters were intelligent, warm, interesting. She didn't complain, but I could feel that she was deeply unhappy. Every line was forced, and her mind seemed a little confused. She signed her name Seagull, just like in Pushkin's Rusalka. When the Mueller calls himself a crow, she always says she's a seagull. Now she's here.
What do you mean here?
In town, at the local hotel. She's been here for 5 days already. I tried to see her. Mariah went too, but she wouldn't let anyone in. Simon is pretty sure he saw her after lunch yesterday walking in the field not far from here.
Yeah, I saw her. She was walking towards the town. I bowed and I asked her if she'd come visit us. She said she would.
She won't come. She won't come. Her father and stepmother don't even want to know her. They've hired watchmen all over their estate to keep her off. It's a lot easier, doctor, to be a philosopher on paper than it is in real life.
Girl was lovely.
Pardon?
Lovely. I say the girl was lovely. Even State Constable Peter Brown Smith was in love with her for a time.
You old Romeo.
I think they've arrived from the station.
Yes,
we're all growing old. We're all weather beaten and worn down. But you, most respected one, are always young. A bright colored blouse, liveliness, and gracefulness.
Is Jinx, yeah, try Jinx me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Shae, Peter. Well, what's this about you being? That's not right. It's not good. Oh, my Shae.
Recognize me?
Married?
Long ago.
Happy? Konstantin, Irina has said that you're ready to let bygones be bygones.
Look, Boris has brought the journal with your new story.
Many thanks. You're very kind.
Your admirers send their regards. In Hong Kong and Berlin, lots to talk about you. Everyone asks me about you at the agency. Lots of, what's he like and how old? Is he dark? Like, for some reason, people don't realize you're so young, and since you publish under a pen name, nobody knows who you are. You're an enigma, like the man in the Iron Mask.
Are you staying long?
No. Tomorrow I'll head back to the city. I've got to. I'm rushing to finish a story, and then I promise to contribute something to an anthology. So, in other words, it's the same old story. Oh, this weather seems to be against me today. That wind out there is brutal. Tomorrow morning, if it calms down, I'll try to do some fishing in the lake. Oh, by the way, I really need to look at that garden and that place where you did your play, remember? I've got a good idea for a story, and I'd love to just refresh my memory. That's all right.
Pablo, will you give my husband a horse? He's got to go home.
Oh, horse, go home. You saw for yourself the horses just came back from the station. They cannot go out again.
For heaven's sakes, those other horses.
Ah.
Good point.
Come on, Masha, I'll walk. All right, it's fine.
Walk in this weather? Please, ladies and gentlemen.
It's only 4 miles. Very well. Farewell, Mamasha. I don't want to be in any trouble. It's just the baby. Goodbye.
He'll get there. He's not a general, you know.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste time before they call us to dinner.
Yes. When the long autumn night set in, we always play domino. Here at this table right here. It's just take a look at it. This is the same domino set our dear mother used to play with us when we were children. Can you believe it? Do you want to join us till dinner? All right. Well, it's a boring old game, but it's fun when you get used to it. Fast then.
He's read his own story, but he hasn't even cut the pages of mine.
Big head boy, come on.
Sorry, I just don't feel like it. I'll take a walk.
The ante is $5. Doctor, would you put it in for me?
At your service, madame.
Thank you.
Everyone in? I'm starting. 12.
Right.
Got it.
Cat eyes.
Oh, indeed.
Did you get deuces? 8.
Slow down.
What a triumph I had at BAM. My dear old friend, let me tell you, my head is still spinning.
6.
The students engaged and arranged a marvelous reception for me. 3 baskets, 2 reeves, and look at this.
That is something.
10.
I didn't even bring it out.
Just 10?
Well, I looked gorgeous. You know, you guys have to admit, me know how to dress.
Konstantin's playing Requiem in D minor. He's depressed, poor boy.
The reviewers are saying awful things about him in the papers.
11.
Who cares what they say? Come on.
He's unlucky. He can't seem to find his own voice. For one moment, it's strange, vague, and then it becomes gibberish. It's pure ravings, not one living character.
6.
Peter, are you bored? He's asleep. Oh, God.
State Councilor Brown Smith is sleeping.
7.
7. If I lived here by that lake, would I be able to write? I think I'd be too obsessed with fishing all the time. Yeah.
Double 3.
Double 3. To catch a perch. This.
Oh, I don't know. I believe in Konstantin. He's got something. Something. He thinks in vivid, colorful images, and they really touch me. Only it's a crime his stories seem so aimless. He creates an atmosphere, nothing more. And let's face it, you can't go too far with just atmosphere.
Right.
Irina, are you glad your son's a writer?
Imagine, I still haven't read him. There just never seems to be any time.
26.
26.
Boris, we still have that thing you left with us.
What thing?
That seagull Konstantin shot. You asked me to have it stuffed.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
66 and 1.
So dark. I don't know why I feel so nervous.
Big head boy, close the window. It's getting drafty in here.
88.
88. Oh, I win.
Bravo, bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Bravo.
thank you very much.
What?
This man is always lucky, guys. And now let's get to something to eat. Your celebrity hasn't eaten all day. Well, we'll come back after the game and get back to dinner. Big head boy. Leave your writing and come join us.
I don't want to do that. I'm not hungry.
Whatever you want. Peter, dinner. I must tell you more about my reception at BAM anyway. Come.
I talk so much about new forms. But the truth is, I'm just as much a hack as everyone else. The poster on the fence proclaimed a pale face framed by dark hair. Proclaimed, framed by. This is such garbage. I'll begin when the hero wakes up to the sound of the rain and everything else must go. The description of the moonlit night is so cliched. It's easy for Boris. He's got his own style down perfectly. With him, the neck of a bottle glitters on the dam and the mill wheel creates a dark shadow and voila. He's got his moonlit night. But I have to have a flickering light and quiet twinkling stars and the distant sound of a piano dying out in the fragrant night air. Oh, God. This is agonizing. Oh, yes, I see the truth of it now. It's not a question of old or new forms that matter, but what comes from a man's soul. Yes. What is that? I don't see anybody. Someone ran down the steps. Yeah, who that? Nina? Nina? Nina, it's you. I just had a feeling all day long. It's been awful. But oh, my dear, my darling, she's come. Don't cry. We mustn't cry.
Someone is here.
No one.
No, lock the doors, they'll come in.
No one's gonna come in.
I know Irina Brown-Smith is here. Lock the doors.
This one doesn't have a lock. I'll block it with a chair. And don't be frightened. No one's gonna come in.
Oh, let me look at you. It's warm in here. It's good. This was the drawing room. Have I changed much?
Yeah, you're thinner. And your eyes are bigger. Nina, it's so strange to see you. Why wouldn't you let me visit you? Why did you wait till now to come here? I mean, I know you've been staying here almost a week. Several times a day I went to see you. I stood under your window like a poor beggar.
I was afraid that you hated me. Every night I dream that you see me and don't recognize me. If only you knew I've been coming here every day since the moment I arrived to the lake. I've been at your door so many times, but I couldn't bring myself to come in. Let's sit. We'll sit and we'll talk and it's nice in here. Warm and cozy. Oh, listen, do you hear the wind? Turgenev has a passage. Happy is he who has a roof over his head and a warm corner to rest on such nights. I, Seagull. No, that's not right. What did I start to say? Yes, Turgenev. And may the Lord help all homeless wanderers.
Nina, please don't cry.
No,
Nina.
it's nothing. I need to do this. I haven't cried in 2 years. Yesterday, late in the evening, I went to the garden to see if our theatre was still there. It was. I started crying for the first time in 2 years, and suddenly I felt more clear. You see, I'm not crying anymore. So you've become a writer. You're a writer, I an actress. We're both right in the middle of it. I was so happy as a child. I used to wake up each morning and sing. I loved you. I dreamed about glory, and now tomorrow morning I have to go to the Berkshires, 3rd class with the peasants. And in the Berkshires, disgusting men who proclaim their love will pour me with compliments. Horrible.
Why Berkshires?
I've got an engagement for the whole winter. It's time to go.
Nina? I cursed you, hated you, tore up your letters and photographs. But I've always known that my soul is bound to yours forever. I don't have the strength to stop loving you. And ever since I lost you, my life has been unbearable. I'm suffering. My youth seems to have vanished. I feel like I'm 90 years old. I call your name. I kiss the ground you walk on. I see your face everywhere. I see that tender smile which used to shine on me in the best years of my life.
Why do you talk to me like this? Why?
I'm so lonely. I don't feel close to anybody. I'm so cold. It's like I'm so cold. It's like I live in a cave. And everything I write is so cold, stale and dead. Oh, could you stay here, Nina? I beg you. Or at least let me go with you.
No.
Nina. Why? For God's sakes, Nina!
My carriage is waiting at the gate. Don't see me off. I'll go by myself. Give me some water, please.
Where are you going now?
To the city. Is Irina Brown-Smith here?
Yeah. On Thursday, my uncle got worse. We telegraphed her to come.
Why do you say you kiss the ground I walk on? I ought to be killed. I'm so tired. I need to rest. I, Seagull. No, that's not right. I'm an actress. Yes. And here he is. Yes, it's nothing. No, he didn't believe in the theater. He always laughed at my dreams, and little by little I stopped believing in them too, and I lost heart. And then came the miseries of love, jealousy, and the constant fear for my baby's life. I didn't know what to do with my hands. I didn't know how to stand on the stage. I wasn't in control of my voice. You have no idea how awful it is when you know that you're acting badly. Seagull. No, that's not right. Do you remember you shot a seagull, Kostya? Once upon a time, a man comes along and for no reason at all kills it. Subject for a short story. That's not it. What was I saying? Yes, I was talking about the theater. But now it's different. Now I am the real thing, an actress. I act with delight, with rapture. It's as if I'm intoxicated on the stage and I feel so beautiful. And since I've been here, I've been walking back and forth, and I've begun to feel my strength coming back. And I know now, I understand now that in our business, it doesn't matter if you are acting or writing. The most important thing is not fame or brilliance or any of those things I used to dream about. It's the ability to endure, to have patience. We have to be able to bear our own cross and believe. I do believe. And to me, it's not so painful. And when I think about my own calling, then I'm not afraid anymore.
You're on a journey. You know where you're going, but I'm still wandering around in the chaos of daydreams and images. I don't know where I'm going or why. I don't know what my calling is.
I'm going to go. Farewell. When I become an important actress, be sure to come and see me. Do you promise? Now it's late. I can barely stand on my feet. I am so hungry. I need to eat something.
Stay. I'll get you some supper.
No. Don't see me off. I'll go by myself. My carriage is nearby. So she brought him with her. Yes, it makes no difference. When you see Boris, don't say anything, please. I love him. I love him more than ever before. A subject for a short story. I love passionately, I love desperately. It was so nice, Costa, do you remember? How warm, joyful, pure life felt, like graceful, gentle flowers. Do you remember? People, lions, eagles, and partridges, horned deer, geese, spiders, silent fishes dwelling in the water, starfish, and those that cannot be seen with our eyes. In a word, all lives, all lives, all lives, having accomplished their doleful circle, died out. Already thousands of centuries have passed since the earth has borne one living creature, and in vain the poor moon shines her light. No longer do the cranes awaken the meadow. No longer do the maybugs sing in the linden groves.
I hope nobody sees her in the garden. That would upset Mama.
That's odd. That door seems to be locked. Obstacle course.
You were looking at her the whole time. I'm requesting, I'm begging you by everything that is sacred to you, do not torment me. Don't look at her. Don't talk to her.
All right. I'll try.
I know I'm jealous. I'm too jealous. I'm so ashamed. You must be sick of me.
No, it's nothing. If you must keep talking, do.
Okay. Put the wine and the beer over there for Boris. And Yakov.
Anybody want anything?
Bring the tea now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a seat.
Yes. Let's do that.
Here's the thing I was telling you about. Just what you ordered.
I don't remember. I don't.
What was that?
Nothing. It's probably something in my medicine bag. Something must have burst. Don't worry.
That scared me. It reminded me of everything just went black.
Yes, that was it. It was just a bottle of champagne exploded. I saw this article a couple of months ago, a letter from America, and I wanted to ask you, Boris.
Right.
I'm very interested in this question. Take Irina Brown-Smith away from here quickly. Konstantin has just shot himself.
Yakov, take the curtain down.
Yeah, me got it.
Thank you all so much for watching. I was thoroughly entertained by you guys. That was just beautiful. Thank you so much. Please take a bow to Joseph Abrams, Kelvin Grullon, Tara, Burgh, Sheila, Kelly, Eberhard, Klau, Brandon Shane Richards, Hannah Harding, Keith Abrams, Xavon. Are you stuck behind the stage? Sometimes I have to turn their cameras back on. Everybody come out now.
Camera's off.
And there's son Chung. And who else do we have still? Xavon. Well, there he is. And Xavon Ross, please take your bows. Everyone was so tremendous. I was so excited. Here I am above the screen. Thank you. This recording is available for anyone who wants to have their own personal copy and will be on YouTube Live for a while. So please spread the word, enjoy it, and we'll see you for the next time.
You need to turn my camera back on.
Oh, where's Joe Jose? Someone needs to turn Jose's camera back on. Please hold on. Where are you, honey? Oh, there you are. There you are. There he is.
Shout out to Chuck.
Jose Gutierrez.
There you are.
Take your bow, darling. That was fantastic. Thank you all so much.
Great
Have
job.
a wonderful evening.
Yes.
Let's go to the bar.
Whoa, whoa, yeah.
All
The kitchen.
I wish.
Beat to there.
Ciao, guys. Thanks.
Thank you everybody for watching and logging on.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
Thank you, Shae.
y'all.
Everyone.
Love
We
you.
couldn't hear you guys laugh, but we hope you did.
Same.
Thanks, guys.
y'all.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Beautiful night.
Everyone.
See ya.
Yakov, let's go.
Megate.